In these troubling days of a modern world gone mad, one man has the technology to make a difference in time and space.
token to remember you by. I'm reminiscing and singing this in hopes that you're missing the bliss in store for you and I. I never meant it when I said we're through, and how I resented making you blue. I'd be contented to have you, to hold you, to love you again. I was all wrong in the things that I said. There is no song in the gray overhead, and how I am longing to have you, to hold you, to love you again. Yes, love you again. Lonely tears replace the glory of the smiles we used to share. For it is just the same old story, and life's a game of solitaire. And when romance dies out, while the sunshine is gone, and I weep my eyes out from night until dawn, and how my heart cries out to have you, to hold you, to love you again. Yes, love you again. Lonely tears replace the glory of the smiles we used to share. For it is just the same old story, and life's a game of solitaire. And when romance dies out, while the sunshine is gone, and I weep my eyes out from night until dawn, and how my heart cries out to have you, to hold you, to love you again. dreams and my unseen. You seem to be the one for me, 'cause I don't know why. You've got me feeling, I don't know why I feel this way. Now I can go on most have you. Now the day will come, say, when you give in. I won't give up because I'm sure to win, 'cause I don't know why I feel this way.
Hold that tiger, hold that tiger, hold that tiger, grab that tiger, stop that tiger, hit that tiger, hold that tiger, but don't you let that tiger go. Hold that tiger, hold that tiger, grab that tiger, stop that tiger, don't you let that tiger go. That's right. Where you going, boy? I don't know, man. Come here. Shoot that tiger, boy. Shoot it. Shoot it. Shoot it. Yeah. You get him? Got him, man. Boy, you's a boy. Look out, Al Capone. Look here. Look here. Look here.
This is Super Simon, and he wants to play. Do as he says, and try to beat him as he goes faster and faster and faster. If you lose, he'll tell you. And if you win, he goes bananas. Simon, Super Simon and Pocket Simon from John Sands Electronics.
They were mighty hungry when they got home that night. She needed something hearty to feed them right.
Beef noodle hearty.
She got the heartiest hamburger helper she could. Rib stick and beef noodle always tasted real good, and it was hearty.
Beef noodle hearty.
Had oodles and noodles and a beefy sauce, too. Her two guys loved it, and her daughter did, too, because it was hearty.
Hamburger helper. Hearty beef noodle.
Makes a great meal.
Crispy chicken helper is crispy! Without frying.
Sunday night, barbed wire couldn't stop him. Men couldn't best him. And women couldn't hold him. It's two-fisted action when Kirk Douglas takes to the saddle as the man without a style. 7 Eastern on Superstation TBS Sunday night.
It's cool. It's neat. A sparkling treat. You've never seen anything like this.
Hey, we sparkle. We're new sparkle dress for kids. We're Dave's cool and we sparkle if we show you the way. Give us a try and we'll sparkle up your day. Now you love to brush your teeth before you go to school. Sparkle brush your teeth, make bright and cool. With sparkle, a real cool taste. Sparkle. Sparkle brush your teeth, sparkle so much. It gon' make you rock the brush.
It has no inks. It has no perfumes. It's all Bounce. Bounce Free is here.
It's the Battle of the Rosies.
This Rosie's got the big towel.
This Rosie's got the quicker one, Bounty.
And they're off.
Bounty's the quicker picker-upper. See?
A better change my towel, Rosie.
But not your name, Rosie.
The gloves are smoking for a fight to the finish. Live from Atlantic City, fight promoter Don King on the Tyson Sphinx fight. On Sports Tonight at 11:30 Eastern on CNN.
Discover all the news. Read all about it. Track down all the clues. With interesting people, there's a mystery to be solved. An adventure is unfolding, so why not get involved? Come on and read all about it.
Come in.
I'd like to talk to somebody about the Dunedin adventure. Are you Chris Anderson?
Yes.
Let me explain. My name is Counselor Ann Blake.
Counselor?
Yes, I'm on the Herbertville Town Council. I and many of the other counselors have read the first edition of your newspaper. At our meeting this afternoon, I was asked to officially extend congratulations on behalf of the council for an excellent endeavor.
Why, thank you.
It really is a good newspaper. Herbertville needs a paper like yours.
Guess what? I delivered all the papers there. Oh, hello.
How do you do?
Lynn, this is Counselor Ann Blake. She came to tell us that she likes our paper.
Yes, I do. Especially the story about Dunedin. It's very imaginative. You could almost believe that it really happened.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Well, I really mustn't take up more of your time. If there's anything I can do, don't hesitate to call on me.
How about an interview? Lynn, I'm sure our readers would like to know what a town councilor does.
Well, I'll tell you what. Meet me in front of the town hall tomorrow morning, and you can stay with me for the day and see what we do.
Okay.
It was a pleasure meeting all of you. Keep up the good work.
We will.
Oh, I nearly forgot. The council wanted you to have this book. It might help you on your history section.
Thank you.
10 o'clock, don't forget. Bye.
Bye. You two were acting pretty strange. We were trying to warn you. Counselor Blake may be working for Dunedin. What? Dunedin is the leader of the conspiracy. How'd you find this out?
A message from Dunedin was intercepted and decoded.
We're pretty sure Mr. O'Regan is one of his operators, but he isn't the only one. And you think Counselor Blake? Why not? But she seems so nice. That could be a trick to gain our confidence. I never thought of that.
Someone is approaching.
Come in. Hey, there's no one there. It's just a box, and there's a letter with it. I wonder what's in it. Oh, probably a bomb. And kapow, up goes the Herbertville cargo. Don't be silly. No one would send us a bomb. Would they? What'll I do? Put it on the desk, carefully. Open the letter, Sam. Hurry up. told you it wasn't a bomb. What was that? Oh. Why only half your money back? Shh, wait a minute, there's more. I am sending you a kitchen machine so that you can write and print an advertisement about it in your paper. Yours truly, Sidney J. Tell.
Sidney J. Tell? What kind of a name is that? You must have made it up.
Well, are we going to write an ad for it?
Let's check it out first, and then we can decide.
Okay, everybody bring some vegetables tomorrow.
Not me. I'm going to interview Counselor Blake. I don't know whether you should, Lynn. If she's working with Dunedin, you could be in real danger. In the middle of town hall.
I have to go. Bye.
Oh, wait a minute.
Bye, Lynn. Bye, Chris.
See you tomorrow, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm testing Mr. J. Tell's machine. He says it's 4 times better. Well, it's better then. Hey, I don't know. It doesn't say.
Therefore, he has no grounds for his claim.
I guess not. It also says, I think everybody should have the J. Tell. He means people, Otto. He thinks every person should have one.
To think is just an opinion.
I know, Theta. He can't speak for everyone. I'm sure some people don't need a J. Tell.
It would be misleading to print opinion as fact.
I'm not printing anything yet. All I want to do is test this machine. Believe me, I will. As soon as I can find an extension cord.
How old-fashioned.
Presides over this meeting. Now, the public has a right to attend, but they're not allowed to participate. Once a month, we hold an open meeting. That's when the public can ask questions. Oh, excuse me, Lynn. I must have a word with Mr. Walker. Hello.
Hello, Maria.
How are you?
I'm fine. I bet you just come from a meeting.
Just another meeting. I spent all my time.
There's only 2 buttons. Well, more than 2. If it's supposed to do everything you want it to do, well, here goes.
What is the result?
It shreds. Sort of. Yes, it didn't cut or dice or do any of the things I expected. Well, it was implying that it would. I assumed that it did everything, and so would everybody else. There won't be an ad, Otto. All we'll print is the truth.
May I suggest J-Tel kitchen machine? It shreds. If not satisfied, have your money back.
Not bad, Theta.
Chris! Where's the book we used about the coach house?
It's on the shelf. Why?
We made an error in our story. Look at this. It's from the book Counselor Blake gave us. And this is what we printed.
I don't see any difference.
Look at the names. The book says Donna Mary Eden, and we say Donna Mary Edwards. You must have copied it down wrong.
I'm sure I didn't. Look, Dawn and Mary Edwards lived in King's Manor.
Well, one of them must be wrong. And this is the official history.
I don't understand.
I still don't understand why the park is being closed.
Oh, it isn't yet. At the last council meeting, it was discovered that the land the park is on might not belong to Herbertville. We always thought it did. It's being checked out, and we're going to decide what to do at the next meeting.
That's not fair. If the park has to be closed, people won't have anywhere to go.
I agree. I'm hoping to persuade council to buy the land if it belongs to someone else.
Good.
Now, would you like to meet the mayor before you leave? I'm sure he could spare a few minutes for the press.
What should I do? I've never met a mayor before.
Don't worry. He's a very friendly person.
Come in. Hello. How do you do?
Pain was awful. I hurt all over. The doctor said nothing was broken. He gave me a different medicine. It's in these little yellow pills. Nuprin. Got rid of that pain. Know what else? It works great on my tough headaches.
Nuprin. It's not aspirin, not Tylenol. It's ibuprofen. 2 Nuprin stop headaches better than extra-strength Tylenol.
And Nuprin's gentler on my stomach than aspirin.
Nuprin. Little, yellow, different, better.
It even worked on my worst pain.
Hurry, guys! Discount plumbing. Any pipe, any place, any price.
For clogs at their worst.
It's for you.
Call Liquid Plumber first.
Maybelline Fresh Lash Mascara. Waterproof, smudge-proof, 24 hours. Smart.
Skip the details. It's the one that keeps on keeping on. Beautiful.
Fresh Lash. Smart, beautiful Maybelline.
When the heat is hard to take, cool it down and take a break. Take the nasty plunge. Take the nasty plunge.
The tiger cage. American POWs were held captive in cages like this one for months, sometimes for years. Some say there were no heroes in Vietnam. I'm Robert Stack, and I invite you to judge for yourself. The Vietnam Experience from Time Life Books brings the war home like nothing else I've ever seen. You'll witness frontline combat so close you can taste it. You'll meet the tunnel rats and SEALs, the Green Beret and medics. The leaders who mapped out the strategies and the grunts fought to the death carrying them out. Your first book, Combat Photographer, shows you the wars you've never seen it before, with more than 220 photographs, many never before published in civilian eyes. And right now, there's a special reason to call for a 10-day free examination of Combat Photographer. The price of your introductory volume is just $4.99. That's a savings of $10 off the regular series price. And you'll receive this detailed military map of Vietnam as a free gift. The Vietnam Experience. Some say there were no heroes. Call now for your first volume. Then you decide for yourself.
To order your first book and free map, call now 1-800-323-1700. If busy, call 1-800-227-1900. It will be sent to you free for 10 days. Keep it and pay just $4.99 plus shipping and handling. Other books will follow, one about every other month. Keep only those you want. Cancel anytime.
Metro Media Paging presents The Unreachables.
I used to be an unreachable. You know, missing messages because I was always out of the office and couldn't be reached. Decided enough was enough when I missed a message from my wife saying she was leaving me. Called Metro Media Paging and asked for the Reachable system. It's fast, efficient, affordable. This unreachable is now reachable. Excuse me, my new wife is calling.
The Reachable system from Metro Media Paging. Call 1-800-437-BEEP. The days of the Unreachables are over.
It's a smiling Saturday morning, and the weekend's really here.
Starring Freddie Prinze with The Woody Woodpecker Show. The Pink Panther Laugh and a Half, Hour and a Half Show with the Ant and the Aardvark. Mr. Jaw. The Texas Toad. And the Inspector. Mix up the talking dog with Calvin the Fumbling Veterinarian. Action and comedy thrills with the Monster Squad. All new adventures in the land of the lost. Hilarious comedy with Big John, Little John. Action and zany antics with the kids from Cantor. And excitement in the inner city with Muggsy. Welcome to the great NBC Smiling Saturday Morning Parade. Starring as your host and the grandest parade marshal of them all, Freddie Prinze.
Thank you. This is Freddie Prinze, wizard extraordinaire, master of illusions, and many other things you wouldn't believe either. What am I doing here? Well, I was invited to be Grand Marshal of a super special, super neat parade this morning. Yeah, that's the one. To introduce all the exciting NBC children's programs, which will be starting Saturday morning, tomorrow morning. Now, what's the case? Where is everybody, and especially where are the kids from Cantor? Right, that's more like it. What took you so long? Not only that, but you can't have a parade without fun. So may I introduce you, Eenie, Meenie, Miney, and Moo. Now, that's just the beginning. Latch on to this.
It's a smiling Saturday morning, and the weekend's really here.
Here comes the Woody Woodpecker, the Pink Panther Cartoon Festival.
Got it made in the sunshine, got it made in the shade.
With fabulous new friend, McDuff the Talking Dog.
It's a smiling Saturday morning, it's a bouncing mood we're in.
Chills with the Monster Squad.
Step on up, find the groove.
A journey back to the land of the lost.
For the show is on the move.
Double laughs with Big John, Little John.
So let the fun,
Then it's the Mod Mad Kids from Caper.
let the fun begin.
And another brand new Saturday morning character, Muggsy.
Step on up, find the groove. For the show is on the move. So let the fun begin.
Barkeep, what do you got that's real good?
Root beer, Mr. James, is there on the flame. Root beer, Mr. James, is something grand.
It's just a Mr. Shane. His phone has made its name. No finer draft root beer in the land.
Draft root beer, just one of 14 great Shasta flavors.
It's no fun beer to make. No finer draft root beer in the land. Shasta, no finer draft root beer in the land.
Excuse me, what will you feed your horse?
Horse? He looks hungry.
Feed him Purina horse chow. And your goat?
Purina goat chow?
Purina also makes foods like veal chow, rabbit chow, steer chow, monkey chow, chicken.
Hey, but I want to feed my dog.
Feed him the food made by the people who know animals.
Purina dog chow.
We pour everything we know about animals into every bag.
Bruno, that's a lot of experience you're eating.
And now your dog can experience a great new taste, new beef, bacon, and cheese flavor.
Girls, these are the kids from Caper. This is P.T.
I'm charming.
Doomsday.
I'm hungry.
Bug.
I'm tough and I'm feisty. And I'm Doc. Girls, be careful, because if you look at Doc...
See what happens? Well, I've heard of having an attraction for the ladies, but this is ridiculous. Come on, snap out of it. We've got a parade we got to get on. We got to make sure all the kids know about all the swinging shows tomorrow morning. Girls. Girls.
Allow me.
I thought the Fonz was cool.
Be a clown, be a clown. Everyone loves a clown. Wear a wig, painted nose, and some really ragtag clothes. Show 'em stunts, do some tricks, and you may end up in the flicks.
Remember, every member of the world loves a gag. The one that's fun to guarantee the spirits won't flag. Any bits are hitting, you will have the show in the bag. Be a clown, be a clown, be a clown. Or someone who is happy when they're making a fuss.
Be a clown, be a clown, be a clown.
And here's one of the best ways we know to keep right on laughing. We're talking about the great 2-hour Mammoth Marathon Cartoon Festival that starts this Saturday morning on NBC.
That great funny character, Woody Woodpecker, returns to NBC with his own show, The Woody Woodpecker Show. Then it's the Pink Panther laugh and a half, hour and a half show with the Ant and the Aardvark.
Gotcha.
Mr. Jaw. The Texas Toad. The Inspector. The Pink Panther is the host of 90 minutes of cartoon fun.
It's no use, Ant. You won't give me the slip. How do you like that? He gave me the slip.
Hold it. Don't move, Harry. I want to remember you just the way you look.
Don't run away. I want to be your friend.
Hey, Grasshopper. I want to be your friend, too.
With friends like these, who needs enemy?
Here's another one. Ooh la la. And away we go.
Woody Woodpecker, tomorrow at 8, 7 Central, 6:30 Pacific. And The Pink Panther at 8:30, 7:30 Central, 7 Pacific.
Maybe you guys don't know it, but you'll be sharing Saturday morning with McDuff, NBC's talking dog. He appears right after the cartoons, and when I say appears, I mean appears. Of course, only you kids at home and his young master veterinarian, Calvin Campbell, can see McDuff. Right, Calvin?
Right, Freddie. You know, it's no easy job covering up for an invisible talking sheepdog. Sometimes I think he should have the veterinarian's license instead of me. Why, he can cure any animal just by talking to him. I have to work at it.
That's McDuff, the talking dog.
So you're the only one that can talk to the animals?
There's a lot of things you can't do like me.
Including disappearing.
Okay. That's no way to speak to your family ghost.
The winner is supposed to donate $200 to its favorite charity.
Oh, but I'm not entered in the golf tournament.
You're going to hit me with your backswing. Hold further away.
Calvin is challenged to a golf match, and it's McDuff, the talking dog, to the rescue.
Just hit the ball. I'll do the rest.
McDuff, the talking dog, premieres tomorrow at 10, 9 Central, 8:30 Pacific.
You won't forget, will you? That's McDuff, the talking dog, starting tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, right here on NBC. And right after McDuff, you'll see the Monster Squad.
Monsters? Well, I'm not afraid.
Monsters. Ha!
Monsters. Double hop. Hop, hop. Tuesday, care to join us?
Why not?
Actually, Caper Kids, you've got it all wrong. NBC's Monster Squad are good guys, aren't we, Squad?
Good. Oh, we're so good. It's scary.
You might say, Freddy, that we are blood brothers. And you're reformed, too, haven't you, Wolfman?
Yes. And together, we're a howling success.
See, kids, the Monster Squad couldn't scare themselves if they wanted to.
I predict that an earthquake will rock this area. That isn't a paperweight. It's an atomic bomb.
It would be awfully easy to predict an earthquake if you were planning to cause it yourself.
You mean the astrologer might have stolen the atomic bomb?
An evil astrologer threatens the world with danger and challenges the Monster Squad.
Bats? What would I know about bats? I am a hockey fan.
Neither man nor brute can escape the inexorable grip of Carlo the Clown.
You're going to have to defuse the bomb yourself.
30 seconds to cataclysm.
The Monster Squad premieres tomorrow at 10:30, 9:30 Central, 9 Pacific.
The Monster Squad follows McDuff, the talking dog, on the NBC Saturday morning children's schedule.
I don't know about anyone else, but I think they're a terrific squad. I wonder if I have as much muscle as Frankenstein. I sure wouldn't mind being able to fly like Dracula. And I'd settle for the way the Wolfman gets around. Yeah, maybe being a monster wouldn't be so bad. I didn't mean it. Honest, I didn't mean it. Hey, I don't want to be a monster.
Well, you just heard one of the brand new monsters that'll be showing up this season on Land of the Lost, Bug, which is celebrating its 3rd year on NBC. There's going to be a lot of new monsters and a lot of surprises. So don't miss a trip back in time tomorrow morning to Land of the Lost.
An earthquake brings new trouble to the Land of the Lost.
Papa alone.
Hey, Chuck, same thing happened to us. We got separated from our dad.
It's Uncle Jack.
Never seen anything like that in my life.
I demand you surrender the temple.
No!
The Land of the Lost premieres tomorrow at 11, 10 Central, 9:30 Pacific.
Land of the Lost, right after the Monster Squad. A whole new season of excitement and incredible adventures in a prehistoric world for everyone to enjoy, starting tomorrow morning. Right now, we should be starting our pre-parade warm-up.
Will you just give us the word, Freddie, and we'll take it from there?
Thanks, guys. Shall we join the clowns?
I thought you'd never ask.
Be a clown, always laugh, never frown.
Do some kicks, do the strut, and you won't end up in a rut.
Tell a joke, good or bad, and you'll be their number one lad.
And stay with us because the big parade's on its way.
We're almost ready for the best event of the day.
And in between, perhaps you won't object if we say,
Be a clown.
This is the terrific NBC Smiling Saturday Morning Parade.
Be a clown.
And there's much, much more to come, so stick around.
Be a clown.
You're the one. You're why we do it right now. You're the one. You're the one. You're the one. You're really out of sight, yeah. You're why we try so hard, because we like your style. You're why we make it fun, because you make us smile. You're the one. Smiling Saturday morning, and the weekend's really here.
I'm Freddie Prinz, and the reason we're all here is to have a big fat parade to salute all the fun-filled new shows you'll be able to see tomorrow morning right here on NBC. These are my friends, the kids from Caper. You'll be seeing a lot of them on Saturday morning. We have our own special set of very swinging clowns. We also have a lot more surprises in store for you. A lot more shows to tell you about. Hey, which one of the programs we've seen so far do you guys like the best?
Woody Woodpecker, Pink Panther, and all the cartoons. McDuck, the Talking Dog, the Monster Squad, Land of the Lost.
I agree with all of you. And we have many, many more wonderful programs to show and tell. So,
step on up, find a groove, for the show is on the move. So let the fun begin.
Did you ever think it could really be fun to be two people instead of just one? I could have two voices and both of them me. Talk and sing to myself in close harmony. If you were two people with two pairs of eyes, you'd see everything twice, but still the same size. To be able to have two complete sets of ears and dig all your music quadrophonically clear. But of course that's foolish. It just couldn't be. No one could be two, especially not me. Or could they? Say, you are Little John, aren't you?
No, I'd like to think so, but I'm never sure.
Well, I imagine being Big John and Little John could create some problems.
Yeah, like buying a kid's ticket to the movies and then changing into an adult while trying to pay for it.
Yeah, those are just a few of the milder things that happen on NBC's hilarious new Saturday morning series, Big John, Little John.
We also visited Ponce de Leon Park. Now, that is a beautiful little park where Ponce de Leon searched for the mythical Fountain of Youth.
A science teacher accidentally drinks from the Fountain of Youth, and Big John turns into Little John.
What a little voice. What a fit. I look like I'm 12. How can I be 12? I have a son who's 14. I am John Martin, your husband.
You might be able to fool somebody else, but you can't fool me.
If I'm big, I'll be a teacher. If I'm little, I'll be a student. I hate being called a little boy. You guys don't hate it half as much as I do.
Big John, Little John, which will he be? Premieres tomorrow at 11:30, 10:30 Central, 10 Pacific.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we should check the plans and get the parade on the road. True?
Does the frog have waterproof ears? I have a question. If you have a hat, you need a head to wear it on, okay?
Right on.
And if you have shoes, what good are shoes without feet?
True.
If we all hold our breath, you may get on with a point.
I certainly hope so, because we haven't a lot of time and there's still so much to be done. I mean, even a wizard extraordinaire has his limits.
Yeah, Bugs, get to the point. Well, if you're going to have a parade, you need a place to march. And here we are, way out in the middle of early nowhere. There's only one answer to that question. P.T. and Seymour.
How's that again?
Meet Seymour. My nose.
Your nose has a name.
Doesn't everybody's nose have a name?
Look, we can't waste any more time. If Seymour can do the job, turn him loose, because we gotta find a perfect place for the parade.
As Seymour might say, I knows it. Kids from Caper, eeny, meeny, miny, and mo, let's go. I don't know how anyone could follow a bad joke like that.
Happy hunting, fellows. Remember, the parade's depending on you. Seymour.
Zooming around through the streets of this town in a hurricane. Spinning around in the love I found in a hurricane. All at once in a flash of light. All at once I was feeling all right in the world. You caught me at that look in your eyes was such a surprise. I never knew when it hit me. I never knew it could happen. I never knew when it hit me, till it hit me with your love.
For a parade, Magic Mountain. Seymour the Nose has struck again.
And the kids from Caper have successfully completed another assignment. But you'll see them tackle much, much more difficult assignments this season, every Saturday morning on NBC. And I mean difficult.
3 months ago, I was commissioned by 2 men to build them a time machine for scientific purposes.
Sounds logical.
I told them I needed a few days to work on it. Ever since then, the time machine has been going back and forth between different time periods.
As soon as we get our hands on that girl scientist, we're gonna...
Do something awful to me!
You can't expect us to believe this stuff about the time machine. It's the silliest...
Oh, no! Oh, heavens! What are we gonna do?
It's real comedy madness when the kids from Caper monkey around. The Kids from Caper premieres tomorrow at 12, 11 Central, 10:30 Pacific.
The Kids from Caper. Join them tomorrow morning right after Big John, Little John. And next you'll meet a young girl who becomes involved in many action-packed adventures in a big city. And her name is Muggsy.
Meet Muggsy, facing life in a big city and looking forward to the action.
Send me down a sniffer. I think we got an arson.
Muggsy's gonna be
course, you missed this one.
I want all of you to start out over town and see if you can dig up any circumstantial evidence. You know where Stoney lives? He's a real mean dude. Muggsy found the guy who mugged you.
Muggsy premieres tomorrow at 12:30, 11:30 Central.
I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I can hear a drum. And to me, a drum means just one thing.
A parade.
You better believe it. And our parade's ready to begin.
But, Freddie, where are the bands? We can't have a parade without bands.
You know, I never thought about bands.
And horses to pull the wagons. And drum majors. Drum majorette. And banners and flags and everything.
Well, if it's everything you want, then just what? Get some caper, get going. Well, welcome our special guest bands for the great NBC Smilin' Saturday Morning Parade. The Long Beach Junior Concert Band and the Reseda Youth Band. Haul it. Parade hall.
But, Freddie, this is the big moment, and everyone's waiting for the parade.
Yeah, well, they're just going to have to wait a few moments longer. And then we'll be right back and on with the parade.
Now, class, Mr. Tiger will show us how Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flake cereal starts out.
Is a flake field?
It's a cornfield. Kellogg's toast corn into golden flakes and adds a secret frosting. Helps keep them extra crunchy and delicious. It's part of your good breakfast and tastes.
I know, great!
Sit down to breakfast with Tony, and you'll discover why it's
What? Mr. Tiger, you're wonderful.
Oh, shucks.
How about Mrs. Paul's fish sticks? Hey, they aren't fish sticks. They certainly are. They're new light batter fish sticks. How are they? Well, my family thinks they're terrific. They cook up light, really nice and crispy, and you create a sauce mix right in the package. Light batter brings out the best in fish and really makes a difference. Golden, light, all natural. And wait till you taste that fish.
Mrs. Paul's new light batter. Fish sticks with a difference.
It's a smiling Saturday morning, and the weekend's really here. Got it made in the sunshine, got it made in the shade. It's a smiling Saturday morning, it's a bouncy mood we're in. Step on up, find a groove, now the band is on the move. So let the fun begin.
This is the great NBC Smiling Saturday Morning Parade. To remind you kids of the dazzling display of shows which will be marching your way tomorrow morning. Saturday morning, right here on NBC. Leading the fabulous parade of entertainment will be the Woody Woodpecker Show, followed by the Pink Panther. A hour and a half show including Ant and the Aardvark, Mr. Jaws, the Texas Toads, and the Inspector. Followed by McDuff, the talking dog. Far-out fun with a ghost dog who can appear whenever he wants to. And the Monster Squad. Frankenstein, Wolfman, and Dracula, who have turned over a new page and are super forces against evil and injustice. Then Land of the Lost returns for another exciting year as a modern family battles its way in a prehistoric world. Next, another new show, when Big John becomes Little John. Hilarious happenings are the result. With more new excitement, the Kids from Cantor, off on a series of amazing and amusing adventures, and singing the hit songs you'll be singing too. Then, to top your Saturday morning of super fun, Muggsy, the show that's packed with many surprises. There it is, kids, your Saturday morning lineup of great shows, starting this Saturday morning. That's tomorrow morning, right here on NBC.
Well, kids, it's been a lot of fun, and thanks for asking me to join you.
Strictly our pleasure, Freddie. Without you and your magic, we couldn't have had a parade like this.
Well, thank you, Bug.
Okay. I know I shouldn't ask.
Yes, Doomsday.
But about making the wagons appear. And the bands and things. Yeah.
Well, don't let it worry you, P.T. See, a long time ago, a very smart man said, anything is believable if it's unbelievable.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, come on, guys, let's get out of here.
Starring live on tonight's show were the kids from Cantor, Steve Bonino, Ozzy Costa, Biff Warren, John Lansing. And from McDuff the Talking Dog, Walter Willison and McDuff. From the Monster Squad, Henry Pollack II, Buck Hartalian, Michael Lane, Fred Brandy. From Big John, Little John, Robbie Riff.
This fall, NBC sends you all the best. Like Baba Black Sheep with Bob Conrad as Pappy Boyington, the World War II flying ace who pounded a pack of misfits into the squadron and blasted the enemy out of the...
To a child who doesn't read, the world is a closed book. That's why more than 200 RIF programs help these kids get books for keeps to make them want to read. RIF Incorporated, Box 23444, Washington, D.C.
Saturday morning, there's a fall on NBC. Got it made in the sunshine, got it made in the shade. Come to smiling Saturday morning, having fun and feeling free. Step on up, find a room, all the band is on the move. So join the fun this fall on NBC.
Premiering tomorrow morning at 10:30, 9:30 Central, and 9 Pacific.
For strongman Steve Reeves, starring in 2 super adventures. First, Hercules, the movie that started it all. Monday night at 8, 7 Central and Mountain Time. And then on Sunday night, September 19th, it's Hercules Unchained. 2 great adventure movies, 2 great nights of family fun on NBC.
Far to the west, where the great mountains face the North Pacific Ocean, lived a young mountain eagle named Skemshan. His home was in the great trees, but he often flew out over the misty islands where the Haida Indians lived. These Indians lived in clans. The eagle, Skemshan, knew the clans by the tall poles called totems. One evening, Skemshan, old chief, carving a totem by the front of his lodge. The chief was telling the children of how one day the eagle helped man regain the moon and the sun when the wicked raven stole them. Many years ago, a young prince named Heat-Gas, which means March Moon, left his father's lodge to seek adventure. Sitting in a nearby tree was Skemshan, the eagle. "I am seeking adventure. Come with me," said the prince. And they went through the tall trees to a pool by the home of Kilas, the bear. "Kilas, do you know what we might do to show how strong and brave we are?" Heat-Gas asked the bear. But the bear was too busy fishing for quanis, the salmon, to answer, and just continued to splash. When the water quieted, Heat-Gas saw the reflection of the moon in the pool. "That will be our adventure. We shall catch the moon." The young prince placed an arrow in the magic bow of his grandfather, and he shot the arrow straight upwards. And it whistled through the sky and landed in the moon. Heat-Gas then launched a second arrow, which caught in the notch of the first. All in all, the young prince shot 365 arrows, one for each day in the year. This long line of arrows made a ladder which Heat-Gas climbed and climbed and climbed. And the eagle, Skemshan, flew beside his friend until they found themselves standing on the moon. Heat-Gas gathered his arrows and again shot them across the sky, making a new ladder to the sun. He then took the moon and the sun under each arm, climbed on the back of the eagle, Skemshan, and soared downwards to his island home. Proudly, the young prince showed these shining treasures to his father, who placed them carefully in the lodge. The old chief was very pleased with his son and gave a great feast before the eagle was to return the sun and moon to the sky. When the villagers were feasting, the raven, Nikilslas, flew silently to the roof of the lodge. Peering down through the smoke hole, Nikilslas saw the shining wonders of the heavens. "I must have them. I must have them," he croaked. The raven slipped through the roof hole, snatched up the sun and the moon, and flew away. Across the mountains soared Nikilslas until he reached his hidden cave. The raven carried his stolen treasures into the cave and tried to hide them in some boxes he had taken from the tribe. The moon fitted nicely into one box, but the sun was too large for the other. In anger, he threw the sun at the box, and the sun broke, and small pieces scattered from its sides. "Now it will fit," Nikilslas said, and he shoved it into the box. Then he gathered the sun's glowing pieces left, and he hid them in a third box. Now the world was in darkness, and everyone was sad. The prince and his people began a long, dark search for the raven's home. At the foot of the highest mountain, the prince met the eagle. "Skemshan, please help us find the sun and the moon," he asked. The eagle flew off over the high cliffs, soared across the mountain peaks, searching. Suddenly, Skemshan saw a light shining from a distant mountain, and he knew he had found the raven's cave. Carefully, he peeked into the smoke hole, and he saw the raven guarding the stolen treasures. Skemshan dived into the cave and wrestled with the wicked Nikilslas. When the eagle had overcome the raven, he raised the lid of the first box, and the sun rose up through the smoke hole. He lifted the lid of the second box, and the moon rose up into the sky. Finally, Skemshan opened the third box, and the little pieces of the sun drifted upwards and became stars, filling the heavens with light. Everyone was happy, the sun in their rightful places. So that to this day, the old chief sits at the bottom of the totem with his son, the prince, then the salmon, and the bear. Next is the raven, and at the top, Skemshan, the eagle who became the sign of peace and goodwill. And that is a story of how the eagle put the sun and moon back into the sky.
Once in ancient Egypt, women were said to bathe in milk to keep their skin soft. Today, beautiful women all over the world bathe in Lux. Because Lux is made with coconut oil, as natural as the oils in your own skin, to leave your skin soft and smooth, the way the world's beautiful women have always wanted it, and always will.
Opening time, that's it. But just do with a pint of skull.
Me too.
Imagine that, Sid. Full of skull. Beautiful golden colour. Nice full head. And taste it, Sid. That flavour's got a real smack to it. Nice drop of beer, that.
If you gentlemen wouldn't mind drinking up.
Skull drinking. It's the taste that makes you do it.
First thing you want after tasting a world title, huh?
A beef sandwich made with Prince's real beef spread.
What? A beef sandwich made with Prince's real beef spread?
Yeah. That taste torments me.
Prince's beef spread is real beef. 70% real Prince's beef. That's what gives sandwiches that knockout beefy taste. Prince's beef spread. The taste that torments.
Silly. But I love it.
This is new, improved Shore. Improved so it goes on even drier. Improved so it works even harder to help keep you dry. An unbeatable promise of confidence wherever you are. An unbeatable new formula that works even harder to help keep you dry. New, improved Shore. Won't let you down.
Try a taste of martini. The most beautiful drink in the world is the bright one, the right one. It's martini. Anytime, any place, anywhere. There's a wonderful world you can share in the bright taste of the right one. That's martini.
Jews return to Zion, and a comet fills the sky. The Holy Roman Empire rises, and you and I must die.
For everything known, there is something unknown.
On this night, Mr. Thorne, God has given you a son.
For every blessing, there is a curse.
I was at the hospital the night your son was born.
I witnessed the birth.
For everything holy, there is something unholy.
What do you know about my son?
Everything.
For every evil, there is an omen. 20th Century Fox presents The Omen, starring Gregory Peck and Lee Remick.
I need to see a psychiatrist. I have fears. I have such fears.
What kind of fears? What kind?
Oh, if I told you, you'd put me away.
It is a mystery beyond human solution.
No! No!
This is not a human child.
It is suspense beyond human tolerance.
Have no fear, little one. I am here to protect thee.
It is a warning mankind has feared for thousands of years. It is the Omen.
From the eternal sea, he rises, creating armies on either shore, turning man against his brother, till man exists no more.
If you believe in good, you must believe in evil. If you believe in heaven, you must believe in hell. If you believe in the beginning of the world, you must believe in the end of the world.
You must believe in the Omen.
It is 1976. The American merchant vessel Petrox Explorer has just set sail from the port of Surabaya in search of oil. What they find will shock the world.
We may be sailing into the history books.
She's alive!
You know, maybe my luck has changed.
They will discover an uncharted island that is the home of the most incredible creature on the face of the earth. A creature called Kong. Dino De Laurentiis presents the most exciting, original motion picture event of all time. King Kong. King Kong, a fantastic adventure. Open the gate! King Kong. King Kong, unlike anything you've ever experienced before. With Jeff Bridges, Charles Grodin, and introducing Jessica Lange as the beauty who charmed the beast. And starring the eighth wonder of the world, King Kong.
Keep your sunny side up, up, high.
Kansas, 1936. Out of the darkest days of the Depression comes the adventures of two unlikely con artists, Mose Prey and his companion, Addie Loggins.
Better go slow and hurry. Uh-oh.
I heard you was a bootlegger.
Oh, no, sir. Not me, friend. Must be some mistake.
Ryan O'Neal is Mose Prey. His most challenging film role.
Keep rolling. I got it. Keep rolling.
Tatum O'Neal, daughter of Ryan O'Neal, is Addie Loggins, her very first film role.
Howdy.
Howdy. Get the phone.
Well, tell me, Jack, what have you been doing with yourself?
Last night I was invited over to Fred Allen's apartment for dinner.
This is the Peter Bogdanovich production, Paper Moon. Or, as P.T. Barnum put it, there's a sucker born every minute.
Yes?
Afternoon, ma'am. I was wondering if Mr. Bates might be at home.
Mr. Bates is dead.
My name is Prey, Kansas Bible Company. I'm just here to deliver this Bible that Mr. Bates ordered.
Bible?
Bible? What kind of Bible? What company you say you're from?
Just when you think you got it made. Just ain't made, is it?
Say it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea.
Run! You crazy? Hey! Keep your sunny side up. Keep it up.
Well, tell them at the time you almost got thrown in jail, Miss Trixie.
Oh, my God.
Stop them people! Hey, there's bootleggers later!
Keep rolling. I got it. I'm gonna hit him!
He can jump! Don't slow down!
Don't you go making the decisions. I make the decisions. All you gotta do is look like a pretty little girl. Shooting at us!
But then listen, keep going! You met my mom in a barroom.
Just because a man meets a woman in a barroom don't mean he's your pa. Eat your Coney Island. You don't have to worry. I ain't about to leave some poor little child stranded in the middle of nowhere. I got scruples, too, you know. You know what that is, scruples?
No, I don't know what it is, but if you got him, you sure bet they belong to somebody else.
We ain't gonna make it.
You're gonna ruin it, ain't you?
Hang on!
Don't miss this one. From the maker of The Last Picture Show and What's Up, Doc?
You won't be sorry.
I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this new nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
The symbols of America and its people assume many forms. Memorials of our great leaders, the flag, the nation's capital. They recall people, events, places in our history that give meaning to our concepts of liberty and justice. Probably the best-known symbol of America to the outside world is the magnificent Statue of Liberty at the entrance to the New World. Watching over New York Harbor since 1886, the Statue of Liberty is a symbol of freedom that welcomed millions of immigrants to America. The Statue of Liberty, American as she is, was actually created by a Frenchman and was given to America by the French people. The conception and construction of Liberty Miss was the result of the determination of a small group of Frenchmen and the vision of sculptor Auguste Bartholdi. In 1874, Bartholdi came to America to discuss the monument with President Grant. As he sailed into New York Harbor, he envisioned Liberty Miss as a colossal goddess standing at the gateway to the New World. After Bartholdi returned to France, he began work on small models of the statue. From a 4-foot clay model, he enlarged it in 2 stages to 1/4 the planned size. In the large model, 36 feet high, the design finally perfected was marked off into 3 parts to be made larger by mathematical calculations. Bartholdi completed the arm holding the torch in time for the 100th anniversary of American independence. It was displayed at the Philadelphia Centennial Celebration, and nearly 1 million Americans came to admire it. Many climbed to the torch to see the index finger that was taller than a man. In Paris, Bartholdi began work on Miss Liberty's head. When it was displayed at the Paris World's Fair in 1878, people climbed the interior stairs for a look through the struts of Miss Liberty's gigantic crown. At his Paris studio, Bartholdi began work on the rest of the figure, using lath and plaster to form the contours. Gustave Eiffel, who later designed the famous Eiffel Tower, built the supporting iron framework for the skeleton. No studio could house the enormous 151-foot statue, so it was set up in the courtyard, and soon Liberty Miss was towering over the Paris rooftops. For the trip to New York, the statue was dismantled, packed into 214 huge crates, and loaded aboard the French ship Isère. The statue could not be assembled until Joseph Pulitzer used his newspaper to raise the remaining $280,000 needed to complete the base. She arrived in New York Harbor in May of 1885, and the unloading began on Bedloe's Island. New Yorkers watched the 125-ton iron skeleton take shape. The copper shell sections were bolted to the central framework. It took 300,000 copper rivets to complete the statue, and when finished, Liberty Miss towered over 300 feet above the bay. On a cold, rainy day, October 28, 1886, President Grover Cleveland presided over the dedication ceremony, and Bartholdi's dream had become a reality. Liberty Miss, who began as a symbol of friendship between two nations, was to welcome millions of immigrants who eagerly flooded America's shores in search of the political, religious, and economic freedom they could not find in their native lands. Drawn by the light of Liberty's lamp, these were the people who shaped the nation, for the vast majority of all Americans are immigrants or descendants of immigrants. Bartholdi's colossal statue, the largest the world has yet known, portrays liberty in the figure of a woman who has just won her freedom. In her right hand, she holds a burning torch, and in her left hand, a book of law inscribed with the date of the Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776. And in 1903, a year in which the immigration movement was approaching its full tide, a bronze plaque was added, which permanently linked the enormous monument and the massive flow of immigrants which landed at nearby Ellis Island. The plaque carried a poem by Emma Lazarus entitled The New Colossus.
Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send those, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
I am liberty. I am the living symbol of all women, creeds, and races. I am the hopes and dreams of all mankind. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send them, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift the lamp beside the golden door. The waters of the deep, restlessly tumbling at my feet, there past my sky-flung arm, the persecuted and oppressed, the crushed in spirit. To them I am a symbol. Their eyes, haunted and fear-ridden, are filled with 1,000 agonizing memories. But as they look upon me, a newfound courage gleams. And in their hearts, surging almost to the bursting point with hope, are born new men and women, Americans. Into the man-made canyons of Manhattan they poured. Many were there already, but many more were welcome. They joined the steel of these towers. They carved subways beneath these avenues. Into the tall forests they came with axe and saw and wedge. They knew how to fell a tree to the line and how to spare the nearby sapling. On the Great Plains there were early settlers. In Dakota they dwelt at peace with the Indian, and in Texas with the Mexican. They organized the counties and gave their names to villages and cities. In the mountain states they prospected and mined. They shared with the native born a continent's treasure of metals precious and useful. To the vineyards of the Pacific coast, they brought their knowledge of the grape and put it to good use. So they came, and so they spread, with hungry eyes and hearts, all seeking for what I, liberty, promised them. You see them, the foreign-born who lately came to me, traversing the streets of my cities boldly, openly. But can you point them out? In what manner do they differ from you or your neighbors? And their children. What one of them has been denied the rights and privileges of my own? When you see them at play, carefree as children the world over should be, can you honestly say, this one is alien, that one has been denied anything? Look upon the marketplaces, consider the storefronts. Where I am is the invitation to all. Enter and buy, no matter who you are. Where I am not is the placard of discrimination. Where in all my land is the law forbidding the free enterprise of the man who seeks to better his lot by working harder, selling cheaper, or improving the product of his trade or industry? Where the list of registered voters posted outside the polling place that lacks the names of descendants of all nationalities, the names of believers in all creeds. All these things and more, much more, have I pledged in my name, liberty. To my adopted children I have said and pledged, here the rich soil, yearning to bring forth the fruits of your labor, yours to have and to hold. There the mill, the plant, the factory where skilled workers produce a nation's necessities and luxuries, and also carve their own futures. Would you enter the learned professions? My great universities offer all of you their degrees. You may be lawyer and architect at cost only of your time and ambition. Now let us see for ourselves the works and achievements of the foreign-born. We ride upon a great railroad system, founded and built almost single-handed by an untutored immigrant boy. Have I, liberty, kept faith with all who trusted me? Ask the least of independent tradesmen, or ask his cousin who operates the huge mill, employing thousands of fellow Americans. Ask the keeper of the roadside stand the next time you stop for a hot dog. Ask the merchant who operates the great chain of department stores. Interrogate the little group at the crossroads store, or survey the million opinions of a teeming city. Talk with the unskilled worker on the farm, or converse with the athlete training to win a championship. Go to the well-informed, to the policeman enforcing my laws without fear or favor. Ask the editor of this uncensored newspaper and his reporters and writers. They can tell you there's the right to fair pay, to the American standard of living, to collective bargaining and social security. Theirs are the freedoms: freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom of economic enterprise, and most important of all, freedom from fear. Fear of the state or its laws. Theirs are the rights to come and go, to speak or be silent, the right to education, to equality in the courts of justice, to rest and recreation in the nation's playgrounds, to adventure. Yes, the adventure of progress. My sons and daughters, yours is an opportunity given to few among the teeming millions upon this planet. The dim trail ahead may not be always smooth, but at its end is a broad highway, a better way of life, not only for ourselves, but for all peoples everywhere. Together we shall climb the heights and look upon that clean and decent world, the democratic world. For so long as in your hearts you wish to have me with you, so long as you want me so much that you will fight for me, if need be, die for me. But above all, live for me. Then I shall be with you. And I am liberty, enlightening the world, for I lift the lamp beside the golden door.
Fortunes, and our sacred honor.
In daylight, it looks like just so much junk. Scaffolds and some thin strips of paper. Miles of wires and tons of explosives are not so obvious until darkness and until Bruce Woods orchestrates the San Diego Stadium fireworks show from a fancy panel of electronic gear. That's when Woods, wearing his fireproof suit, will be turning knobs and pushing buttons to set off this rather dull-looking assortment of patterns. And that's when they'll explode into bicentennial scenes in brilliant colors meant to bring oohs and ahs. Concord, the San Diego mission, the invention of the light bulb. It's taken more than a year for the 22 scenes to be designed, but just a week for them to be put up, and it all adds up to just 40 minutes in the 3-hour pageant at the stadium. The price, $25,000. Woods has more than 20 years' experience as a pyrotechnist or a fireworks expert, and even he will have a crew of 7 men working with him tonight to make sure they all go off at the right time and in the right order. Because once the button is pushed, that innocent-looking paper ignites at 60 feet a second. People who do this sort of work tend to sound like they're starting a war. They talk of mortars and rounds and logistics. The intent, though, is friendly, but that doesn't mean the working conditions are. Just the amount of explosives used in a show like this is pretty incredible. Bruce Woods says that if you lit it all off at once, it would probably take out half the stadium. Kathy Clark, TV8 News, San Diego Stadium.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it.
What's she always on about this kid of hers?
Oh, I don't know. I said to her last week, I said, you know, you worry too much about Stephen. Save me school next year, that'll soon sort him out.
Yeah, well, that's her look at, isn't it? Should have been stricter with him at the right time.
Yeah, well, you're too strict, you are.
I'm not strict, I'm fair. Not out Kevin in the arm, is it?
Yeah, well, you can't hold kids back, though.
I'm not saying hold him back. I'm saying there's such a thing as discipline. Fair discipline.
Well, I still say you got to draw a line.
Anyway, where is Kevin this afternoon?
Oh, I don't know. I think he said he was going round to see Stephen.
Yeah, and that's another thing I don't like either. Them playing together. There's enough kids round here, judging by the route the weekend.
Jim!
If your child was killed or badly injured in a firework accident like this, you'd probably blame the parents of the other children. But your children are your responsibility. Make sure yours aren't meddling with fireworks this bonfire night.
Howdy, I'm Cal Worthington. Hey, we're all over here at the big public library, and boy, do I have a deal for you. Do we have books? Do we have books? We've got sports books and romances and car repair books and kids books and pet care books, comedies, music, 27 big libraries loaded with books and friendly people to help you find that special book you've been looking for. The terms are great. It's all free. Bring your family, visit your public library, and there's a lot more here than books. I'll see you here at your public library.
A cornet can, like Betty Boop can do. A saxophone can go, but a saxophone can, like Betty Boop can do. This little miss would never miss a chance for vocal tuning, and anytime and anywhere you can hear this lady crooning. An auto horn can go, but an auto horn can, like Betty Boop can do. Made of pen and ink, she can win you with a wink. Ain't she cute? Sweet Betty.
Gentlemen, we have with us this afternoon one of the great Coco.
Now hold by, Jippo. Huh? No? Nobody gonna buy Jippo? Betty, you better come out here.
Hello, everybody. If you're feeling wealthy and wanna be healthy, now's the time to buy Jippo. They're treating the nation to cheap operations. Here's something that you should know. For the rate they used to charge to cure St. you can be a swell and have appendicitis. And if they cut something next, they won't charge you extra. Now's the time to buy Jippo. Now here's the place you should commence to formulate theories that are dense. And if you should become too solemn, it may affect the spinal column. How's that, Now, folks, come on, buy a bottle of Jippo. Okay, sonny boy.
Well, I don't mind trying that. Darling, I am growing older.
Oh, gee, Daddy, I got just the thing that's gonna fix you right up. Here, try it.
All right, so I'll try a bottle. I'll put a couple drops on top of the head like this, so see? And after I'm gonna rub it in a little bit like this, see? All right, and I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. Look up and see the hair. Look, see? Oh, da-dee-da-dee-day.
Your nose, there it is. Now, come on, baby, you somehow. Now, fancy home, soon and gone. You'd be out of place in your own hometown when you walk down that avenue. I just can't believe that it's you. Now, paint his lips, paint his eyes, wearing a bird of paradise. It all seems wrong somehow. That you're nobody's sweetheart now.
I'm holding 3 records in my hands that, and I'm not exaggerating, are some of, if not the finest best sellers in the United States and maybe even Canada today. I'm talking about Sometimes Hallelujah, our brand new one. I'm talking about Somewhere Listening and Looking for a City. Now, if you enjoy music that will be an experience, this will not disappoint you. Good music, the touch of God, good arrangement, good production, but above all, the anointing of the Holy Spirit. You can have all 3 of them by asking for offer number 7100. If you live in the United States, send $12. Now that is, what can I say, giveaway prices. They cost $7 and $8 each in music stores all over the nation, and these are our 3 newest. $12 in the States and $17 in Canada. If you want them in 8-track or cassette, they would be $15 in the States and $20 in Canada. Thank you, Donnie. Now, this is an unprecedented bargain, so you'll have to state what you want, records, cassettes, or 8-tracks, where they come in all 3, so be sure and be specific and tell us what you like. But if you even remotely enjoy music, or else you would like to get a set for people that you know that do enjoy good old-fashioned gospel music that'll touch your heart, take advantage of this offer. Now, our office is going to be swamped with offers. We've got the orders, I should say. We've got the records in stock. They're ready to mail to you, and they come postage paid. Now, let me give the price again. It's $12 in the U.S. for records and $15 for 8 tracks or cassettes. In Canada, it is how much, Donnie? $17 for the records and $20 for the 8 tracks and cassettes. Ask for offer number 7100. Now, our mailing address is Jimmy Swaggart, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 70821. In Canada, it's Jimmy Swaggart, Post Office Box, 58070, Vancouver, British Columbia. Now, I don't care where you go, you won't get a bargain like this. These are not cut-rate records. They're our #1 albums. They are bestsellers all over the nation, and that's not an exaggeration, that is a fact. They are an untold blessing to multiple tens of thousands of people. So whatever you do, you get that letter in the mail today. We'll get your albums back to you by return mail, postage paid, and in Canada, postage and duty paid. But be sure and specify records, 8 tracks, or cassettes. Let's not talk about them any more than the service. The Spirit of God is there, and you are there too.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.